So, good morning, and we are starting today's lesson, that is thief story. If there will be any question will be there, we can discuss about the question also. First of all, just 1 minute for the thief story, the writer of the thief story. You know about the writer? The writer is very famous, Ruskin Bond. And he is not only the very famous writer, but also a writer who is, who is very close to the soil. Very important, who is close to the soil and the characters. He has found the character. He has formed the character, which is very similar to our concept, our minds. So that is the important thing about Ruskin Bond. That is why Ruskin Bond has been recognized as one of the premier short story writers. A few days ago, also I have seen, because I have collected also his new book, that is Heart from My Stories. So the thief story, in the thief story, you can find the character is very simple. And that is the specialty of Ruskin Bond, the writing of the Ruskin Bond. And second is that why he is writing that, it is a very simple and lucid manner. So everyone can understand. So everyone can understand everything. So that is the specialty about Ruskin Bond, the writing of the Ruskin Bond. So we are starting with the thief story. O'Neill, a young boy makes friend with O'Neill. So O'Neill is the character. I was still a thief when I met O'Neill. So in the first person, who is a thief? Name is not clear. Who is the name? What is the name? It is not clear. But thief, who is writing, is the first person. He is writing the story, and he had he met O'Neill. So he has forgotten that when he met O'Neill. Although only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful, and that means he has done successful things, and he has become a very successful, experienced thief. And I know that there is a difference between thief and dacoits. You know about that. So O'Neill was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25, a tall, lean fellow, and he looked easygoing. So they met on a wrestling match. So from that perspective, we can see that O'Neill loves to play wrestling match or loves to skill wrestling match. Because these points we need to discuss, because these points can be incorporated in the MCQ questions. So I approached him. He's approaching. He approached him. What is his approach? Difference of the age you can find. The difference is age is that the thief is only 15 years old and O'Neill is 25 years old. So you can see the difference of the age. So he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. What is the purpose? The thief's purpose. What would be the thief's purpose? To steal from others. That is the purpose of it. He looked easygoing. I had not had much luck of late, and thought I might be able to get into young man's confidence. So what is the first important, what is the first perspective he wants to do? That he wants to win the heart of O'Neill. First important. You look a bit a wrestler yourself. So I said little flattery helps in making friends. So this is a little flattery that he did not know whether he can play or he could play wrestling matches. But he is telling us you look like a wrestler. From your body structure, you look like a wrestler. So why he has told this? Because little flattery. He felt that a little flattery can win over or make the friendship. So do you? He replied, which put me off for a moment, because that time I was rather keen. So O'Neill replied that I think you are also very a good wrestler. And at that point of time, the thief was very thin. So from the body parts, because he's 15 years old, so he should be thin. So from this body part, he waited, he paused, and after that replied, well, I do wrestle a bit. What is your name? Hari Singh. That Hari Singh. What is your name? He's told that yes, what is your name? Hari Singh. It is not clear that Hari Singh is the real name or not. Why? Because I took a name every month. So it is not clear that Hari Singh is the real name or not. That kept me ahead of the police and my former employers. So I keep changing my name. The thief is keep changing. The thief is keeping the change of his name always from Hari Singh to others. So after this introduction, I talked about the wild wrestler who were grunting, lifting, and throwing each other about. I did not have much to say. When he walked away, I followed casually. Walked away, I followed casually. That means that it is, I mean, from the thief's perspective, the thieves try to show that, yes, I'm not interested on you. Despite that, he is very interested on Anil. So that is why he followed casually. Hello again, he said. So when he is not responding, I mean, he said, hello again. When I am following, the thief is following, hello again. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you, but I cannot pay you. So it is a straight question that I want to work with you. So that is why I am following you. So I want to work with you. So Anil said, yes, you can, but I cannot pay you. So I thought that over a minute, perhaps I misjudged my man. I asked, can you pay me? So first misjudge. Why he has misjudged the man? Because he thought that he was a very rich person. The thief thought that Anil was a very rich person. But this is a misjudgment. So that is why he drifted his second point. He drifted from his first point and he went to the second point. That can you feed me? Can you cook? Yeah, I can cook. I lied again. I lied again. So this is the second time he lied. First time he lied, at the time he was telling the name. First name, that is he lied, and second time, that is I can cook. It can be a question. If you can cook, maybe I can feed you. Okay, I can feed you. He took me to his room over the Jumna sweet shop. Very important, this information. Jumna sweet shop. Told me that I could sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. So he lied. Second, he lied. And while he was cooking at that point in time, it was bitter. Not only bitter, it was so bad that Anil gave it to the stray dog. And he told me, okay, leave. Please, don't do it. Don't cook. Next time, don't cook. I just hung around. I just hung around means that yes, perhaps on the basis that he said, what he said? He said that, do you want to cook? Can you cook? On the basis of that, Anil has given the shelter. But now it is clear that the thief could not do anything or could not cook. So now, is it possible that Anil should say, leave from my place? So that is why he patted on my feet. So he cannot help laughing. He patted on the head and said, never mind. Okay, never mind. So from this, all those things we can find out, or you can get the idea about Anil. How is Anil, the character of Anil? So you teach me to cook. He also taught me to write my name. Said he should soon teach me to write the whole sentence and add numbers. What is going to do? Number one, to write my name. It also be included in your MCQ questions. Teach me to write the whole sentence to add numbers. So these are the things that Anil is going to teach the team. I was grateful. Why I was grateful? Because these are the things I have never, I was grateful because these kind of things I have, before that, I have never experienced that someone who is giving me is giving me the opportunity to learn. So that is why he felt that he was very grateful. I know that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. So if that will be that educated man, if I could write from the educated man, I could learn from an educated man. So after that, yes, I could achieve something great. It was quite pleasant working for Oni. I made the tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit about a rupee a day. So he's making the profit a rupee a day while he was to the market. Only has given him few rupees. So from that few rupees, he is saving the 1 rupee per day and is keeping in his pocket. I think I knew I made a little bit money the way, but he did not seem to mind. It is clear that the thief has not changed the mind. The work he used to do, despite everything, everything is known to Anil, and Anil knows that. So despite that, he has not responded anything. Anil made money by fits and starts. He would borrow 1 week, lend the next. So what he has done, Anil was what he has done. You would know you would borrow 1 week and the next, lend the next. He kept worrying about his next check, but as soon as it arrived, he would go out and celebrate. So he was not like a rich person because the source of income, I mean, sometimes it is used to be stopped, and after that, he borrowed from 1 week and lent the next week, and he was waiting for the next thing. Just it seems he wrote for magazines, acquire way to make living, acquire way to make living. One evening, he came home with a small bundle of notes, saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night, I saw him tuck the money under the mattress. Wonder what has happened? He got some money. He got some money and he's keeping the money under the mattress. It was not the check, usual check. It was the liquid money he has got. I had been working for almost a month, and apart from cheating on shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. So just I'm keeping 1 rupee per day, and other things I have not done anything. And just I'm waiting for the right moment, and this is the right moment for that. Onil had given me a key to the door, and I could come and go as I pleased. He was the most trusting person I ever met. Because the thief, from his experience, though he was 15 years old, from the experience he had not seen that anybody can trust on someone like him. And he has not got so many. I mean, he has been trusted. Thief has been trusted by owning so much, so has given them key and the key of the key to the door as well. And that is why it was so difficult to rob. Why it is very difficult to rob? Because he's trusted him. He trusted him very well. That is why it is difficult to rob him. Because there is an emotional attachment. If someone has trusted him blindly, if you are going to rob that person, then there will be an emotional attachment. Will I do that? Will I do that? Is it true? Good. It is easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed, but it is difficult to rob a careless man. So he is a careless man. The character, we can find that he is a careless man. Sometimes he does not even notice he had been robbed. So he's a careless man. He is not attached with the material aspects and other things. That is why, the thief was unknown to him. Before that, they have met or they met in a wrestling match. Before that, he did not know anything from where he is coming, and he told me that yes, my name is Hari Singh. He has not checked whether he is Hari Singh or not. So he's a careless man, but he trusted the thief. Well, time I did some real work, but he told, okay, whatever the thing, but I need to do the real work. And what is the real work? To rob the people. So if I don't take the money, he will only waste on his friends. After all, he does not even pay me. So what he will do? You will pay the money and you will enjoy the money, and you will waste the money on his friends. So later I can take the money because he has not paid to me. He has not paid me. So Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat on the floor and considering the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. I crept up to the bed. I crept up to the bed. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine was really mostly scars. My hands slid under the mattress, searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. So, what is it? You're searching the notes, and after that, when he has found the note, he is just taking that money without a sound and on his side in sleep and turned on his side. He was turned on his side, he was taking the money and silently and went. I was startled and crawled out of the room. When I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes on my vest, held there by the string of my pajama. I strode down to a walk and counted the notes, 600 rupees. I could live like an oil-rich Arab for a week or two. That means that who has got only 1 rupee per day and collecting some 1 rupee per day, or robbing the person for 10 rupees or 20 rupees, and he has got the chance to take out 600 rupees, and he felt that yes, within 1 or 2 weeks I will performing like an Arab. Arab means the rich person. Here, Arab means the rich person. So I will be like a rich man. I will be like behaving like a rich man. So he went, he ran. When I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the back. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The train was speed, a peak up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages. But I hesitated. For some reason, I cannot explain. I lost the chance to get it. So when we reached the station, he has seen that yes, I mean, he did not buy the ticket. So the train already left. You can see the train. If he could run, he can catch the train, but he hesitated. Hesitated in his mind. You can see the inner minds or the inner self is telling him something. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. When the train had gone, I was standing at the deserted platform. I had no idea where to spend the night because he got the idea. Before that, he got the idea he could catch the train and went to Lucknow. But he did not catch. He hesitated. I have no other friends believing that friends were most trouble than help. He is not believing in the friendship. If you are comparing with the Anil, you can get the comparison because I mean Anil believed in the friendship. Anil spent money for his friend, but here I had no friends believing that friends are more trouble than help. So I did not have any friend. I did not have any friend, and I did not want to make anyone curious by staying. So where I will go? So by curious, by staying at one of the small hotels near the station, he thought that yes, it is better that he could go to a hotel and spend the night, and after the next day he will be going to Lucknow. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. Only one person I know, and that man whom I had robbed just few hours ago. The only knew really was the man I had robbed. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. Now I was slowly. So it is a changing of his concept. It is a changing of his thought process. The thought process of the first thought process was that he was thief. He was a thief. Now he was thinking about that maybe maybe I should think about next any other things. In my short career has been, I had made a study of men's faces when they have lost their goods. The greedy man showed fear. If he is just 15, and within 15, he has got so much experiences. So for first experience, the greedy man should fear. If there will be a greedy man, he should fear. The rich man should anger. These are all MCQ questions. The greedy man should fear. The rich man should anger. The poor man should acceptance. They have to accept that. But Anil could not be hold with those three types. But I know on his face, when he discovered the thing, would show only a touch of sadness. A touch of sadness, because he should not be coming to these three criteria. So, not for the loss of the money, but the loss of the trust. Because he is careless, he did not care about the money, whether the money will go or whether the money will come or not. He is not care about that. What is caring about that? That he is going to lose the trust. He has trusted a man, and also he has given the shelter to a man. He trusted the man. He not only that, he has given the key of his house. So how much trust he has disbursed? But here, from others' point of view, who he had trusted, what he has been shown, that nothing but the loss of the trust. I found myself in the Maidan, sat down on the bench. The night was chilly. It was early November. All will be the MCQ questions. The night was chilly, whether the night was chilly, whether it was early November, it was all interrelated. A light drizzle added to my discomfort. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. So it was the time, and from this part we can find it is called the change of the mind. It is called the change of the mind. Why it is called the change of the mind? A little drizzle, we can see a little drizzle at the time of November, chilly November. At the time of the chilly November, a light drizzle added to my discomfort. So it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin. Cold wind blew around across my face. Despite that, at the point of time, he was sitting over there. He was not moving. He was thinking about the laws of the trust. This is the first time a thief is thinking about the loss of the trust, because thief is such a person is eligible for losing the trust of others. But now this is the first time, and he is thinking about the losing of the trust of only. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I failed for the nose. They were damp. They were damp from the rain. Only his money. In the morning, you probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to cinema. But now, I had it all. So, he was thinking about the second thought, that if 600 rupees will be with Anil, so for the enjoyment, next day, you should probably give me 2 or 3 rupees for my enjoyment. Go to the cinema, enjoy yourself. I could not put this, run to the bazaar and learn to write the whole sentence anymore. So he's writing the whole sentence anymore. That is a lucrative things. That is a lucrative things, the education. In expense of others, he's getting the education. That's a lucrative thing. He's thinking about that, not the losing of the trust, but also related that he is getting something. whole sentence I knew would one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. I had forgotten about the excitement of the theft. I have forgotten the excitement of writing the first time writing my name. The whole sentence I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be really a big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. I could go back to Anil. I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. The change of the scenario, we can see the change of the scenario, change of a simple man. Swami Vivekananda once said that a sinner has a future and a saint has a past. A saint has a past and a sinner. So you could see that a sinner, maybe he is called as a sinner, but despite that, he is thinking about the future and he will be the changed man. From the thief, he has become a real good man. I hurried back to the room, feeling my nervous. For it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. So I was feeling that if Anil woke up, then what will happen if he has seen that I have just returning them? So it will be a lost trust. So I hurried back, and it's much easier to steal something. So Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed, and my hand came up with the nose. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the nose. I awake late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out of his hand towards me. It was 50 rupee note between his finger. He has given me the 50 rupee note. Before that, he felt that he could put 2 or 3 rupees out of 600 rupees he has given the thief 50 rupee notes. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. I made my some money yesterday. Now you will be paid regularly. My spirit rose. But when I took the note, I saw it still wet from the night sand. Today we'll start writing the sentence, he said. He knew, but neither his sleep lips and his eyes showed anything. But he knows. What he knows? He knew, but neither his lips and nor his eyes showed anything. Can you tell me what he knows? Tell me fast. What he knows?
Sir, he
He
that,
knew.
knows that the writer stole the money from him.
Absolutely good. The thief, the writer, has stolen the money. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself without any effort. So I smiled, appealing smile, and Adia, what is your question?
Sir, my question is, Anil knew that he has stolen the money, but still, why didn't he did anything? And after he knew that Anil has he has stolen the money, wasn't his trust broken?
Absolutely. Now, Adia, if we go by, if there will be, just wait. Adia, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just wait. I'm lost. So it will be two things, Adia. What is the two things? If there will be any MCQ question, so on the basis of the answer, we could give the answer. But if it is the normal answer, it can be anything. First of all, he has before that he has stolen the money. After that he has returned the money. Why? Number one, he changed the mind. Why? Because if he was feeling that it is, it is easy to break the trust than to build the trust. Number one. Second, he's getting the opportunity of education, which he has not got before that. This is second of second thing. But if it will be the MCQ questions, so on the basis of the MCQ option, you need to give the answer. Got the point? Second is that he has returned the. What is the second question, Adya?
Sir, the second question is, at first Anil showed a lot of trust on Hari, but still he took 1 rupee every day, and now he took a bundle of notes and kept again. So why Anil trusted him? He could do a big robbery again, and he
Absolutely.
couldn't
Why he has
stop.
trusted him? Why Anil has trusted him? Very good question, Adya. Why he has trusted him? Because he's a human being. So everyone, I mean, from the perspective of normal man, suppose if I will become the Anil, so I will not trust. This is the character of Anil, that instead of instead of not trusting him, he should trust, because Anil felt that yes, he has stolen the money, but returned the money. That means that what I have told, according to Swami Vivekananda, that every sinner has a future. If the thief is a sinner, he has a better future. He can be a saint like Valmiki. So he's giving the opportunity. Maybe with that, with giving the opportunity or getting the opportunity, he may be a new person. So Anil is like a godfather for the chair, for the thing. Because everybody was not giving that much kind of liberty to others. If Anil will, I mean, if I will be placing myself in place of Anil, maybe I will not do that. Maybe I will feel the same thing that most of the people that used to do, but he has changed. So that is the character, that is the character sketch of Anil. Very good, Adya. Thank you. Any questions is there? Next, any question is there? But I have told you that about the MCQ question on this chapter, you can get the MCQ question, and also I have discussed what are those MCQ questions. So please go through that, or go through this, and after that you get the idea about the MCQ question.